Hi, I'm Heather from booktubes, and today is my Kindle Unlimited TBR. I feel like I just filmed one of these because I did it in November, but then also I actually haven't filmed the last couple weeks between vlogs, the video with my sister, taking Thanksgiving off. I had a pretty easy load, and so I just did like a couple extra videos like a few weeks ago and haven't been filming, and that's been a nice little break. So I'm pretty sure the last time I filmed a KU TBR, and then I'm filming one now, but these are the new ones that I have. I do still have a couple checked out from last time. I won't be repeating them, but these are new ones. And then in the month of December, from the 1st to the 31st, Howathon is running again, a special ho 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 edition. They have a scavenger hunt and a bingo board. I won't be doing a TBR or anything like that, but with my reads throughout December, I'm going to be trying to check off all of their challenges. They're really fun. I had a blast last time. The host here on YouTube is Nicole from Who Picked This Book, but it's mostly on Twitter and then also Instagram, but I would say mostly Twitter is kind of where Hoeathon is run, but it's just a lot of fun. It really is. It's very clever and is just a good time. But they had like a bunch of author interviews last time. Virtues is involved this time with running it. It was a blast, and I really like everybody that's involved, and so all of my reads for December, I'm going to try and get all of their prompts done without doing a TBR. So just thought I would plug that in here. But for my Kindle Unlimited current checkouts, I have The Enforcer, which is the family number 2 by Katrina Jackson, who again was an author involved with Howathon. This one is a Mafia series set in Italy, and the whole premise for the series is there's different Black women who are all related. Some are sisters, some are cousins, I think. And each one kind of takes individual trips to Italy and falls for different members of this specific mafia organization over there. And so the prequel still doesn't have their happily ever after, but that starts it. And then, so really this is the third book, but the first one is 0.5. This one is the sister of the second book, Runaway Bride situation. This is the sister going to look for her sister, and she's going to stumble into the mafia organization, and they're just a blast. I really enjoy them. Really do. They're also pretty light for mafia books, so that's great too. Then I have Winter's Beast by Twyla Turner. This was a comment on my consensual non-consent video saying that they recommended this, and actually one or two other people then commented on theirs and said, yeah, I love that one. It is a businessman, Russian mobster adjacent, who is obsessed with this opera singer and doesn't care that his scarred bodyguard has also fallen for her. I don't know what the end game is, or how these three make it work or don't work or kill each other or what. I don't know, but I do know that came recommended, and consensual and non-consent is my favorite, so I put it on my TBR. And then on a different video, on my Toxic Couples video, I got a comment for Casino King by Rebecca Gannon, and this commenter has been a long time watcher. We've interacted quite a bit, so I feel pretty confident in liking their recommendation. And this is a dancer with a mafia guy obsessed with her again, and he's obsessed. There's insta love. He tries to stay away from her, but then she's in danger and he saves her, and he won't let her go even when she tries to run away. And the commenter said that he like embarrasses her in public, and in real life she would never be okay with that, and in the book it's like ridiculously hot. And I trust the recommendation, and I'm gonna give it a try. So toxic couple recommendation for you. Then in November I read the first book in this series, so I have Pair of Fools, which is Harpies of a Feather number 2 by Lillian Lark. I actually saw a recommendation by the author on TikTok, on Instagram, for this book before it came out, and her other recommendations were Games We Play and maybe Feed. But I know I was like, well, I love both of the other books, so I'm gonna try this one. But this book wasn't out yet, so I read the first one and really enjoyed it, and then added this book once it came out. And it is a harpy and a demon. They are kind of nemesis. I think she hates him a lot more than he hates her, and he has to have a bond in order to stay on that plane, and she owes him a favor, so he makes her do it. Then I have Claimed, which is Nightwind Pack number 1 by Laurann, who I've read the New Species series from and really enjoyed. This is werewolves are hunting her through the woods, and another werewolf finds her and saves her and realizes that she's his mate, and, you know, triggers the whole bond and everything, and then is like, well, I'm gonna have to explain this to her. It's a shifter romance by an author I like, so there you go. Then Little Fire, which is Warriors of the Five Realms #1 by Hollee Mands. That might not be what that says. Gina at Romantic Deception on Instagram shared a couple of TikToks of this book, and I was like, wow, that looks really good. So it's fantasy romance. It was basically recommended as a really good high fantasy book with a excellent romance with steam and smut and all of that in it. So we have a archmage protects a human. They both accidentally fall into the shadow realm, and it's slow burn. So I did that. I love fancy romances so much. I hardly ever read them anymore because I always feel like, oh, I'm not up for that commitment. But like, they were my favorite for years and years and years, and I still really love them. So I'm like, just sit down and read it. Do it. Then I think I got this as a comment on Goodreads, which doesn't happen very often, but someone told me they really thought I would like this book. And I tried to look, but my notifications wouldn't go that far down. But it's Broken Bonds, The Bonds That Tie #1 by J. Bree. And this, I think, is a fantasy reverse harem, maybe. But she ran away from her bonds with her guys 5 years ago. And then she's found and dragged back and has to face them. And I think I kind of got the vibe, it didn't really say this in the synopsis, but I kind of got the vibe that she's the princess and she thought the best thing to do would be to run away, and maybe it wasn't, and kind of the fate of the kingdom rests on her and her guys, and it's not going well. So yeah, those are all the books I have checked out. We'll see. Again, chances of me reading all of them are none. So just know that, but they at least all got my interest enough that I actually downloaded them on KU, which is one step above me actually adding them on Goodreads. So all things considered, they might be worth your time whether I read them or not. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.